Hey there, this is Joe replying to, or Monty Ollie on YouTube, replying to my view on the matter's most recent video, and the question was, what do you regret? I'm going to leave aside the question about the worst date, because I don't know that I've really had that many bad dates. I'm not much of a dater, so that was a good one though. Really good story. Pretty nasty. And needless to say, I think alcohol factors into most bad dates. The kitty's going crazy because I'm laying down. Okay, so the question was, do you regret anything, or what do you regret? And you said that you didn't really believe it when people said that they didn't regret anything. And other than something I mentioned, I think in my previous video, I actually don't have any regrets. And I think the only thing I said in my previous video is that I almost regret waiting as long as I did to move here. Because as you may know, I recently moved after 10 years in a very, very bad neighborhood in a very urban center. The worst ghetto. I packed it in and moved out to the country, and I now live on a farm. For about 10 days now I've lived here. And it's the greatest thing I ever did. I can't wipe the smile off my face. So in a sense, the regret was just that I didn't do it sooner. But I remember reading, those lines about, oh, people don't ever regret what they did say, they regret what they didn't say. And I've always shook my head and thought, yeah, whatever. Like, either you're the type of person who lives with regret or you're not. I'm not. I don't, I think half of it has to do with being raised in a cult. I was raised, in a dogmatic Christian cult, and, well, Catholicism, but I call it a cult. As far as I'm concerned, it is. When you live your whole life wrapped up in some whacked out belief system, saying horrible things and doing horrible things. I mean, I stood at the foot of a woman's hospital bed, a friend of mine in high school who was in for an abortion, screaming fire and brimstone at her. We're still friends, shockingly, 20 some odd years later, we're still friends. And she laughs and says, you're just proof to me, Joe, that people do change and people do grow and nothing's forever. Like, you might think, some things are, horrible, or people's opinions are horrible, but people do change, and I'm living proof of that. But do I regret standing at the foot of her bed, screaming fire and brimstone at her? No, I was 17 years old. I mean, I didn't really know any better. I was the victim of a mind control cult that had me believing all sorts of crap that, in a sense, maybe I should have known better, but I didn't. I don't know. I can't regret that. I can't. It's done. It's over. She's forgiven me. I've forgiven me. We've all moved on. Bad mistakes I've made in my life, bad dates, bad boyfriends. I'm a child of an alcoholic, and I have a history of being with men who are alcoholics or drug addicts or both. Addicts in general are my weakness, my Achilles heel. Can I regret that? I can't. I mean, that's who I am, and when you're raised in an alcoholic family, that's very normal. I can't regret something I can't change, which is the family I was born into. So, do I regret that I didn't clue in sooner? Again, can't do that. So I'm just trying to ponder on the concept of changing, regretting things you did do or did say, actions, regretting actions, or regretting inactions, or things you didn't do or didn't say. And in both cases, the answer is no. I mean, I've done some stupid things. I'm just trying to remember. I had an ex-boyfriend who broke my heart in a million pieces when I was about 24, and I think he was 38, and he told me I was his midlife crisis, and I remember I chopped his heirloom canoe in half with a hacksaw. So yeah, physical damage upon someone's property. Do I regret that? Again, my brain just doesn't work that way. I'm sorry I did it, and I've said so. Have I said it to his face? No, I mean, we haven't seen each other since then, but I am sorry. And I mean, I'm not that person anymore. I think the best thing you can do is just live well. Not revenge, but what's that expression? The best revenge is living well. I think the best thing you can do is just live a good life and be a better person. One of my greatest joys in life is trying to prove to Christians that you can be this good and this moral and this ethical and this awesome without having Jeebus have anything to do with it. So I'm all that and more without Jesus' influence. In fact, if anything, he was just a negative influence. And it's still possible to be, to live a good life and have no regrets and be happy. I think this video is crazy dark. I hope not. I'm going to upload it and see how it goes. Anyway, that's my answer to my view on the matter with regards to regret. And I still can't believe you told everyone you crapped your pants. But good story. Very good story. Thanks again.